the next big plan is this. Another demonstration. That first one got cut short, and I apologize for that. This one, the ideal subject, is someone who has emotional pain. Emotional pain. If there's none to be had, we'll go with physical pain. But the ideal subject is someone with emotional pain. If you want to be a demo subject, hold your hand up and keep it up, because I have to. It's not me making the call, and I'm slower than I should be. Slower than I should be at this point. What the heck has taken me so long? Now listen, friends. They call me into my greatness, just like they're trying to call all of you into your greatness. They tell me the truth. It's taken me too long. I should be able to do this faster by now. That's the truth. Hands way up. Now remember, when you're the demo subject, your stuff is aired, okay? Videos posted on YouTube. Really. I know it should be faster. I know it should be faster. I acknowledge it should be faster. Somewhere on this side of the room, I'm sorry. Oh, wow, so close. Oh, wow, so close. Wow. I don't want to make a mistake. You see what I'm demonstrating is, it's hard to tell. So what I'm going to have to do is take a guess, and I may have to back up and correct myself. I think it's you, Tatiana. But Lori, it could be you. Just come, stand. Right. So close. Next time. Okay? Next time. I should be able to do that faster. I acknowledge that. Who's my timer? I have to be done at 1:45, so I need the 5 minute at 20 till. Energy field reset. That's what I'm doing. If you're thinking, what's she doing? Resetting my energy field. It's like pressing the reset button. Okay, so in these demos, they are here for your learning. I want to explain the 3 demonstrations that are included in the Level 1 class. Ideally, there would be more. The first 2 demonstrations, the one that happened this morning and this one, is just of the full method, whatever it is that the guides want for this to be. And it's not necessarily techniques that you'll be working with in this class, although those techniques are incorporated into it. Tomorrow, before the practice, there'll be a demonstration of what you'll be practicing. Okay? And so these demonstrations today are shown so that you have some kind of idea of where we're headed in the long run. Does that make sense? Because if I don't show you that, if we just did the basic technique, there would be a tendency for you to think, oh, well, and leave, and I would be saying, there's more to learn. There's more to learn. So we have to show you where we're headed, and then we'll show you, before the practice, what we'll be practicing. Does that make sense? Now you have to describe the emotional pain. Okay. I'll repeat.
I was sexually abused as a child and physically abused by my mom.
Yeah. Childhood abuse. And how does it feel right now? Like how do you feel? Like sadness, despair, self-hatred,
All of it, yeah.
self-loathing.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say it out loud, you understand, right? All right. Triggering events, childhood abuse, we should say all of it. Childhood abuse, all of it. Okay? All of it. All the varieties. Okay? Presenting as despair, self-loathing. That seems to be the high points. Despair and self-loathing. Friends, for some of us we have this presented mildly. For others of us we have it presented in our face as a child. But all of us were children and we all sustained damage. It's part of the gig. It's part of the gig. And so I invite you to go for your own self-healing as part of the miracle of simultaneous healing by being present for this, okay? Rather than trying to hold ourselves separate, that keeps it impossible for us to heal. To become one, say, me too, me too. How has this occurred for me? Perhaps at a subtler level, you see? How has this occurred for me? What's your belief in reincarnation?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Oh God, I got a sip of water. Okay. First thing I'm doing is getting my alignment on. Wow. Starting to merge, softening myself, becoming one. All right. All right. We'll start by aligning our heart chakras with universal presence. Oh, starting to get a bad feeling. Drawing light and love from universal source straight into the front of the heart. Filling it so full of love. It bulges and expands and exhales out the back in a river of love, letting the river of love flow front to back, through us, around us, through us and through our lives, letting it swish the riverbed of the heart chakra clear. Coughing, of course, is just the reaction to energy shifting. It's a common physical reaction to energy shifting. Don't suppress the coughs. Let the coughs happen. Suppressing the cough suppresses the shift. Burps, another common energy reaction, a body reaction to energy shift. Now swishing the river back to front and back to front, back to front and front to back briefly, drawing the focus out the back of the heart chakra, opening to that element of divine presence we're most personally comfortable with, finding it by feel, by vibration, drawing it into the back of the heart until once again the chakra bulges and expands and exhales out the front. Now, now the river of love is flowing in the back and out the front, through us, and around us, through us and through our lives, swishing the rivers back to front and front to back, left to right and right to left. It's a lot more effective right now, the left to right and right to left, clearing of the floor of the heart chakra, starting to draw the focus down, right on down the midline, right on down the midline of the merge, deepening the merge to the feet, whoa, deepening the merge at the feet, all the way through the earth pillar, deepening the merge, connecting into divine planetary energy at the core of the earth, drawing up divine planetary energy, Father Earth and Mother Earth through us and around us in an upward rising river of love, flowing through us and through our lives, letting the river flow earth to sky, earth to sky, earth to sky, drawing the focus to the crown and through the crown, connecting into source above, the rainbow of healing frequencies, drawing them in, through us and around us in a downward flow, letting the rivers flow sky to earth, swishing the rivers top to bottom and bottom to top, creating turbulence, clearing, cleansing, drawing the focus to the intersection of heart chakra and vertical channels, letting it build a critical mass of love, instantly expanding into a bubble of light and love, creating safe, sacred, private healing space for us to do our work in today. I'm noticing the outside of the bubble. Strong, light, bright, resilient, crackling with light, with love, with electricity. It's really clear. Only beings that we invite in can join us. All of this pass around. It's private, sacred healing space. We're asking for our guides, angels, healing beings to join us. I'm asking for permission to do this work with Lori today. Thank you, guidance, support, protection in the process. Okay, Lori, I'm asking your higher self, your soul self, for permission to work in your energy body and with your guides. Feel free to place any limitations you want on that and know that they'll be honored. I feel the access opening up. I'm moving into the access, asking the guides, whoa, and angels to join us, the light beings to join us. Whoa, whoa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Noticing the vortex, asking it to run on high right now. Whew, whew, the entire time we're working and however long afterward is appropriate. Also asking the living waters to flow on high right now, the entire time we're working and however long afterward is appropriate. We're in a hot, dry, sunny place. There's the well. It's a village well. It's made of mud, baked, sun-baked mud. There's just reddish, more reddish than yellowish is the tent, but it's just dry, dry, dry. It's a hard place to live. It's a hard life. It's a hard life. And it makes people act hard. They just feel like they're hard. Everything is hard. I have no family. I feel like I'm you. It's us. We are a child of poverty or of the streets or of a beggar, and there's no one for us to protect us, no one for us. There's no one for us, and it's such a hard place, and people are so mean all the time, and they feel bad themselves, and they feel bad about, they know in their hearts I'm a child and they should help me, but they feel like there's not enough for their own kids, and so to make themselves feel better about not helping me, they kind of are turning me in their heads to some subhuman, and they like actually kick me in my head and stuff like that when I'm just asking for food. And the things they say, it makes me feel not human. They maybe tell me that, you know. There's just no... and then I'm dead. Oh, thank God. Whew, glad to be out of that body. Wow, that was tough. Now we're upstairs. We're talking to our guides. Lori, are you able to connect with that? Yes. Now we're upstairs, and we're going like, okay, wow. Run that by me again. Why did I do that? And they're laying out like pieces of paper. They're little pieces of paper, and they're all the different reasons why that was helpful. This child, you see a child. Dead before, I don't know, I think dead before we were 5. Dead before we were 5. When there was some old guy, I can't tell who he is, who was protecting us. He was a beggar after our mom died. And no one else would take us in. He took us in. He didn't have anything. He was just living on the streets himself. He didn't have anything. He was living on the streets himself. He didn't have anything. He was begging. But he said, "Stay with me and I'll share my crust with you." Crust of bread, and you can sleep between me and the wall. There are so many other people who had more. He had nothing. He had nothing. And so he was sick too, you know. Really struggling. And we woke up one morning, he was dead, and we're between him and the wall. go to the well because we think, well, you know, everybody goes to the well, somebody good will come. Somebody good will come. Somebody good will come, and we just are asking for help. We're asking for help, and lots of people just won't look. They don't want to look. They don't want to look. They don't want to see. They don't want no. They don't want to see. They don't want to see. They want to pretend that I'm not there. And then there's the one who's angry. He kicks me really hard right here, right here, right there. That's where the foot. It's got a heavy something that really hurts. It's right there. In a way, it's kind of a blessing, you know. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. At least I'm out. So the guides are now looking at us. We're upstairs again. We're saying, okay, now they're waiting for us to give the guess. You know, what do we think it was about? And we just got to figure it out. We said, well, you know, the person who helped me, he had nothing. So it's not about how much we have. It's just about, do we choose to help? That's it. It's, do we choose to help? And so now we come back into another life, and it's like we're tumbling head over heels, like phew, like somersaulting down, which means fast, you know. It's just like a bob up, you know, for air. Tell me again, what did I do that for? And back down again. Whew. And now it's in England. That other place was, if I were to guess, in the stands. Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan. It's in the stands somewhere. But now we're in England. A nice little town. It's nice, you know, flowers. It's a nice town. There's not poor people here. It's mining. It's a mining town. It's a mining town. Everybody has work. It's not nice work, but it's work. The water's polluted, like there's problems, but there's work. And then our dad is killed in the mines. And our mom, she tries to make it with laundry. But there's like a gazillion of us kids. So prostitution is the way, you see? There's no other way. And you can help me support this family. You can help me support this family. They'll pay more for you. Don't you care about your brothers and sisters? Look at them. All right. It's just starting to feel horrible about myself. Just horrible. I feel so dirty. I just feel so dirty. I just don't feel like this is something that can ever wash off. I just feel dirty to the core. I marry someone to get out of it. Very abusive, very abusive. Are you able to connect in with this? Yeah. Very abusive, extremely, horribly abusive. Horribly abusive. By then I'm so confused. Is this better? Is this worse? I can't tell. more like physical bad injuries, broken bones, burns. And then he throws me out on the street. I can't quite tell what the stated reason is. I don't know whether to be happy or sad. All I know is prostitution, but I'm broken up now. I don't look good. No one except the people who are really looking for someone to abuse. My mind is so confused. I just don't see any other choice, you know? And it just feels kind of like falling backwards in slow motion. And then it's like bouncing on the concrete in slow motion. And then I'm dead again. Wow. That was intense. What was that about? Back with the guides. Okay, you guys got to help me with this one. Huh? What was that about? They said, wow, it was about helping your brothers and sisters. But then it wasn't about continuing on. It was about helping your brothers and sisters. And then getting clean, washing it off. It was about healing it, not sinking into it. It was about healing it, not sinking into it. It's okay. You took a wrong turn. It's okay. It's okay. You did a super job. You didn't wuss out. You helped your brothers and sisters. And then you just got caught in the trap, that's all. So don't you worry, we've got this other life lined up for you. And now here you are. And now here you are. So now let's get this out, okay? Let's get this out. Right? You don't want this anymore, right? Starting to draw out the traumas. We're drawing them together. First making a big rope. This is so much. From the lives we're aware of or any other lives. From the issues we're aware of or any other issues. Drawing drawing them up and out. Drawing these traumas up and out. Big, huge, thick rope. All the traumas. Big, huge, thick rope. Going right on up through the crown. The shared mutual crown. Right on up. Here's a way to clear the crown, honey. Here's a way to get the channels up, honey. Through suffering. Through suffering is another way. That's another way. That's the secret path toward channels up. Massive amounts of suffering. Most people aren't willing to pay that price. Ah! Do you feel that? Now they're bending down. So much love. Bending down to take the pieces out. Reaching into the crown. Taking the pieces out, reaching all the way through us. It's like just drawing out. There's like angel hands. Drawing it through us. Drawing it up and out, up and out, up and out, up and out in such a way. Our energy bodies can also be healed in such a way. Our channels can be drawn up because we've already suffered enough. Because we paid the price another way. Up, up, up to the crown and through the crown, to the crown and through the crown. Up, up, up to the crown and through the crown. To the crown and through the crown. Up, up, up to... Oh, whoa, can you feel that? To the crown and through the crown. To the crown and through the crown. Drawing in the healing frequencies. There's like a whole river of soul fragments. I'm just putting up screens. How much time do I have? Okay, just putting in a whole bunch of screens for them to come through. Just come on in. It's a filtration, like a soul filtration system. There's hundreds of screens, okay? So the soul energy is coming in because we're out of time. And this is the speedway. This is the speedway. And so we're just drawing in the soul energy that was lost through all these times of trauma. Too much, too much, too much. Soul energy, it's a free will universe. When trauma happens, there can be part of the soul that says, whoa, way too much for me. And we lose aspects. And so now, when the trauma is gone, those aspects are ready to come back. When the trauma is gone, those aspects are ready to come back. We've already been upstairs at least twice, right? If it was going to heal, would it have healed? Yes. It would have healed. If it was already going to have healed, it would have healed. Inviting them in now. Inviting them in now. Inviting them in now. Unifying frequency. So they're all tuned. We'll explain this in level 2. Finding their own right place. Starting to draw in water over sand, water over sand, water over sand, water over sand, water over sand. Tuning as we go, tuning as we go. We're tuning as we go. We've got to just do it all fast because we're almost out of time. Drawing the soul energy down. Asking for this work to be made right. Asking for my mistakes to be made right. Big pain, huge pain in the head, huge pain in the head, huge pain in the head. A big thing here. Huge pain, hurting. Drawing that up and out. Drawing it up and out. Big pain in the head, hurting. If it's important for me to understand what it is, they will explain it. If not, we just get this hurting thing out. Asking for help to make it right. Grace, for grace to make it right. Going to ask for errors to be corrected. Errors to be corrected. Coming through with some screens of light, picking up the loose pieces. There's like trauma lying everywhere. Picking up the loose pieces, cleaning it up with screens, sending the mess to recycling, drawing the screens, sending the mess to recycling, cleaning it up, cleaning up the work, pulsing the vortex, getting it going, pulsing the vortex, letting the living waters flow. Whoa! Pulsing the vortex, asking the living waters to flow. Pulsing the vortex, more screens. I'm just do this really fast because I'm almost out of time. Any moment she's going to say 5 minutes. She is. Shit. Make it right. Make it right. Now for all beings, we've all suffered in some lifetime horrendous abuse. Friends, we all have. It's part of the gig. It's never to punish us. It's always for a reason. The reason is for good. Sometimes we get the lesson, sometimes we don't. May we all be helped. May all beings who have ever suffered abuse, knowing this is all beings, may we all be right now brought to perfect frequency and alignment and in harmony with the all that is. May all beings who have ever suffered abuse be brought to perfect pitch and balance, especially balance between the higher soul and the body-mind, and in harmony with the all that is. This is what I left out. There we go. May all beings and all we touched, be brought to their perfect vibration in a full state of empowerment. And now once again, I ask for the errors to be corrected and the omissions to be included. Things that were done poorly to be made well done through grace. Things done well, to be made divinely perfect through grace. Things done well to be made divinely perfect through grace. For us and for all we touched, for all who have suffered abuse, to be tuned, so that they can find the gift in it, the reason for it, the reason for it, the reason for it. There's always a reason. When we find the reason, we get the gift. The suffering goes away just to find it. Find the reason. May we all find the gift. So be it. So be it. So be it. So be it. Starting the process now of internalizing. The gifts are given. We are complete. Are you okay? Yes. The gifts are given. We are complete. We are complete. We are complete. We are complete. Your energy to you, mine to me. Your energy to you, mine to me. Gifts going to both of us. It's not our old energy coming back. You understand? It's been tuned to perfect frequency, perfect alignment, in harmony with the all that is, our pitch, our balance, our vibration. It's here. And now it's coming in. This is what we're bringing back. The soul energy that came back, it too, is here. Yours to you, mine to me. Into skin and the soft tissues, the muscles, the organs, the glands, into the bones, all the cells of the body, all the molecules of the body, all the atoms of the body, popping, locking, clicking, sealing in place, taking the bubble of light we started with, expanding it 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000 times over, splitting it into individual bubbles, one for you, one for me, one for everyone we touch, everyone encased in light, drawing the bubbles right on down into the divine plan, drawing them down, popping, locking, clicking, sealing in place, and we are complete. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Donna, will you help her process? Friends, no, just stay, honey, please. Woo! That would be a big bad mistake. Stay for a moment. Friends, questions, comments. Just help her at her head. She needs it at her head. Stand above her head. Stand. There you go. There you go. I'll help her too. Friends. Really? Yes. Say it again.
When you're going into past lives, as your guides are guiding you, are there times when the person, the patient, has done something to another person, and that's
so the question is, are there times in the past life work where the things that we have done to hurt other people come up? Oh, absolutely, they do indeed. Now again, we remember that this is a 30-minute demonstration. A therapeutic link session is 90 minutes. 90 minutes. 90 minutes. And so we work to get what we're not coming up with the brilliant ideas. It's not for us to decide. We let the guides decide. We hand the steering wheel to the guides, and what comes, comes. What comes, comes. What comes, comes. Now, we never know what's going to come, and it can, as you may have noticed, it can be intense.
Is that hard? I mean, you're going to be honest, obviously, in the sense of whatever comes up, so in the sense that if they're hurtful to someone else, then that's what...
So what if it comes out that they've been hurtful to someone else? Yes, but we must understand that everything happens in pace, in its pace. And so often what comes up is as a progression, working with a client over a long period of time. What typically happens first is the layers of trauma must come out. The traumas that we'll receive must come out. When we open the door, what comes out first is the most painful stuff. Well, not always, is painful stuff. And after a while, working through it, 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 then we start to get to, now what is going on here? What is going on here? What is going on here? But, you see, in this case, the original intention of the lesson was to learn who gives, right? That was the lesson. Who gives? Is it the people with the most or the people who choose to give? It's the people who choose to give. Now, in the second life, what did she have to give? Her body. That was all she had to give. What did she do? She gave it. Now did she kind of get messed up and then make some bad choices? Like we do. Like we do. Like we do. That wasn't how that was supposed to turn out. It's okay. It's okay. And so they send her here.
Ricky and Claire said that they both feel like they were taking part in the healing, and it feels more clear now.
Yes. They feel like, who in the room felt like they could feel, who could feel something going on, hands up, who feels like you had a benefit from it, that you shared in the healing, who feels better now. In a moment, we're going to ask Lori herself. We just need to give her a chance. Yeah? Lashana?
Yeah, I just felt this tremendous softening at the very end.
Felt a tremendous softening at the very end.
It
It was safe finally. Finally safe. That's right. Finally safe. We have the right to live our lives in sacred space. We do. We do. Linda.
I felt her go in both lives, and it was very, the pain left, it was the peace that was there. For me,
So hold on, let me repeat that because the people in other rooms can't hear it, and then we pick it up. So Linda could feel the passing, and both times feel the soul leaving the body, and how the pain goes away, and how the peace comes in. Go on.
for me, that was a healing. Let it go. Let it go here and do this.
And how healing it is to let it go when we let it go. And friends, just to have the experience of what it is to die. How beautiful it is. Now what comes right before can be a total bummer. It can. But the death itself is invariably beautiful. Invariably beautiful.
Everyone in Boston said that they felt that healing also very, very intense. And Lauren Lee says, I felt a part of the healing.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
And Patty says, here too. And I feel as if I'm also supporting with you and Donna. Maybe supporting.
Being supported. You are being supported, Pat. You are being supported. Being supported. Yes, we are all being supported. We are all being supported. All of us, in every moment, are held in these warm, loving, divine hands. All of us are in every moment. It's true. It's true. It's true. So friends, Lori, do you feel able to sit up and say a couple words about how that was? Very intense. You need the mic or they can't hear you in other rooms.
It was very intense. My head has been hurting for like 3 years now, and it actually feels very fine right now. I don't feel the pain at this moment.
Yeah, I felt really a lot of pain.
There was.
Oh, say it louder. They can't hear.
Oh, I'm sorry. My head for the last 3 years has been hurting extremely loud, and hard, and the abuse I received as a child. It's funny how you always say, I have said, if I ever did this in a previous life, please forgive me, whoever I did this to. Right. Because I would hate anybody to feel that pain because it's intense and it hurts.
There you go. And so now don't call it back. You see, you can call it back. Let it go.
No.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Don't call it back. Okay?
Marta wants to express and acknowledge to you, Lori, the bravery and courage that you showed during this.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I know, honey. So Donna will help you. Donna, can you take Lori to a table in the back because she is way actively processing. She needs to be lying down right now. It's really a good idea.